Well, we announced this morning that we've raised £180 million in equity commitments to invest in UK office property. The term of the fund is 7 years, and it's a very significant announcement for the group because together with the leverage that we're able to apply alongside the equity raised, we'll have buying power of around £260 million, which would more than double our UK activities.
Today's announcement is significant for First Property Group because it represents the biggest fund that we have raised to date from third-party investors. This is the first close of the fund, and we expect there to be a second close later in the year.
The fund will be investing in UK regional offices, buying both individual office blocks as well as business parks. And the opportunity really arises in part because there is a dearth of supply of this kind of office property, but also because of the nervousness that's been created as a result of the vote for Brexit and all the political uncertainty that's followed thereafter. So we are seeing some very interesting opportunities in the market, and the fund is designed to capitalise on those opportunities. As part of a move towards generally making more of our money out of the profits our clients make rather than charging fixed fees, the way we'll make our economic interest out of this fund is by sharing in the profits that it makes. It's a graduated scale dependent on the internal rate of return that the clients earn over the 7-year lifespan of the fund. We do get payments on account en route to the end of the 7 years, but there's a final calculation done to ensure that our profit share is in accordance with the contractual terms agreed. Our focus on the UK does not lessen our interest in Poland or Romania. In fact, we've employed new members of staff to accelerate our activities in those countries.
Del Chandler is a very senior and experienced property investment banker who's been living in Poland for the last 25 years. And I'm sure that the deep relationships that he has and the experience that he has will bring benefits to the group. And likewise, Alistair Finlay-Shearers, who is well known in the fundraising world, should assist us too.
Our interest in the UK is primarily driven by the opportunities we see here. The vote for Brexit last June has made a lot of the institutions nervous of investing, and we've actually raised about £250 million of equity in total since June last year to take advantage of those opportunities. So we're firm believers in the UK, but we're also firm believers in Poland and Romania.
The growth opportunities in those markets are tremendous. You can earn 15% rates of return on equity from rent alone. So no, we're still very much focused on those markets.
Well, I'm very excited about First Property Group's future. We spent the last few years obviously dealing with the headwinds that the credit crunch created. We dealt with those headwinds extremely well. We grew our net assets, for example, by 25% per annum over that period. But nevertheless, our growth was held back. And in the last 12 months in particular, we've transformed ourselves from not just being an owner of assets that are highly remunerative for our shareholders and ourselves, but also being a very significant fund manager.
In the last year, we've raised $250 million of third-party funds. This is the third fund that we've raised this year. We're very confident in the investment proposition for this fund. The fact that we're sharing in the profits rather than taking a fee, in our view, will lead to higher remuneration for us, but it also works very well for our client because it shows complete alignment.
We've made some very significant strides this morning as a result of the mandate that we've just discussed, and I think the future is very bright for the group.